Ethiopia has announced completion of a controversial power dam on the River Nile that drew the fire of Egypt and Sudan. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or GERD, launched in 2011 with a $4 billion budget, is considered Africa's largest hydroelectric project. It stretches 1.8 kilometers wide and 475 feet high. According to reports, Egypt sees the dam as an existential threat as it is already suffering from severe water scarcity. Now, the country relies on the River Nile for 97% of its water needs. The country, along with Sudan, have expressed concerns about the dam's operation, fearing it could threaten their access to important Nile waters. Reports say negotiations to reach a three-way arrangement with Ethiopia have failed to make a breakthrough in the past. However, Ethiopia insists the dam is a crucial development that will help pull millions of its citizens out of poverty and become a major power exporter. Seeking to address concerns over the project, Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, in his address to the lawmakers, called on Egypt and Sudan to view the dam not as a threat, but as a shared opportunity and symbol regional cooperation. He announced that his government was preparing for the dam's final inauguration in September. Now, Egypt has long asserted its rights to Nile water according to the terms of a colonial-era agreement. The agreement between Egypt and the United Kingdom gave downstream Egypt and Sudan rights to the Nile water, with Egypt taking the majority. Now, that agreement, first signed in 1929, took no account of the other nations along the river basin that have demanded a more equitable accord. Questions now remain about how much water Ethiopia will release downstream if a drought occurs. And well, for more on this, our correspondent Louisia Oliani has sent us this report from Nigeria.
The controversial largest dam in Africa has been completed by Ethiopia amid over a decade tension with Egypt over share of Nile River waters. Egypt has referred to the dam as an existential threat because of its over 100 million population rely almost entirely on the Nile for sustenance. Negotiations between Ethiopia and Egypt over the years have not led to a pact, and questions remain about how much water Ethiopia will release downstream if the drought occurs. Egypt is yet to react to the announcement of September inauguration of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam as named by Ethiopia. Fingers remain crossed as diplomatic efforts remain on the situation to avoid breakout of war between the two countries. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olaniyi, WION.